You have proved yourself worthy. Will you join me?
Fight commentary breakdowns here, wearing my black ninja costume to pay tribute to this Black Knight. For those of you who have never seen this movie, it's one of the funniest movies you'll ever watch. And this fight scene we're about to analyze is one of the funniest fight scenes. So shout out Dylan, middle school and high school friend who introduced me to Monty Python. So without further ado, let's analyze this infamous Black Knight fight scene.
None shall pass.
I have no quarrel with you, good Sir Knight, but I must cross this bridge.
Then you shall die.
I think the first thing we can all realize is that King Arthur didn't have to get into this fight. I doubt there's only one bridge that can get him across. Now, this was the Middle Ages, so maybe the infrastructure was lacking, but come on, I think he had another path. So talking about self-defense, de-escalation, not getting into a fight, King Arthur failed in this, unless in his kind of chivalrous Knights of the Round Table type of belief. Really just wanted to test himself, right? That could be something, a subtext. He just wanted to test himself against this guy who wouldn't want to join his side.
I move for no man.
So be it.
I don't have a big Middle Ages long sword with me, but it feels like to me when he pulls out his sword, he's within range of a thrust. So there's a distance management issue with Arthur. I think he let his King Arthur ego get in the way. He should have been a little bit farther, right? He should have been a little bit farther when he pulled out his sword because he could have easily gotten stabbed. You guys let me know, especially HEMA experts. Was his distance wrong? Should he have been a little farther when initiating this exchange? One thing I never noticed until watching this with you guys is that Arthur is using only one hand to fight the Black Knight. Now, obviously, it's to show that he is very skilled, way more skilled than the Black Knight. But come on, sometimes maybe you shouldn't take that risk, especially if you guys haven't seen the scene before this. This Black Knight beat another knight. Arthur's playing a little bit with fire.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
So this is the part that made all of us laugh as kids when he starts getting his limbs lobbed off. So you guys who've seen this know what's going to happen. For those of you who haven't seen this, just wait. From a self-defense standpoint, the fact that the guy doesn't feel when his arm's off, maybe he's on something, right? Something major. So maybe this is the time, okay, it's time to disengage. I already won. He probably has trouble chasing me because he's losing one of these things, so maybe it's time for me to get out. The fact that he doesn't feel anything. But obviously for comedy purpose, this fight has to keep going.
Victory is mine.
I remember when first watching this to decide if I wanted to break it down for you guys, I noticed, and I'm sure you guys noticed if you watch carefully, when he was charging forward and King Arthur cut off his other arm, King Arthur did a horizontal slash, right? Somehow horizontally, even though, look, this limb, right, you gotta chop it vertically. But he cut horizontally and it cut off the other limb. So it's like, obviously they were just like, we just have to make this as funny as possible. It doesn't have to make anatomical sense. But yeah, according to this King Arthur lore, you can cut the arm horizontally and this arm's gonna come off.
We thank thee, Lord, that in thy mercy...
Come on, then.
Ever since I put this on, so many mistakes from a self-defense fight perspective. King Arthur, thinking he won, turns his back on the Black Knight, who you know is already on something, starts praying, closing his eyes, and of course he eats a kick to the face, man. Come on, dude. Basics. Obviously, King Arthur has been trained in combat all his life, so he really let hubris. Hubris means extreme pride. He let hubris get to him, and he paid with a kick to the face.
Just a flesh wound.
Look, stop that!
Chicken! Chicken!
Look, I'll have your leg. Right!
Right, I'll do you for that.
Now it's just comedy, right? A self-defense lesson is if you had to kick as the Black Knight, maybe kick better spots. Probably should have kept trying to kick at the face when he was on the ground. Now he stood up. Maybe try to kick down there at the groin or something. But yeah, he wasn't kicking at any of the spots that mattered. Especially he had boots, right? He definitely could have done more damage. But he's almost like taunting. He's not really trying to do damage. Black Knight obviously has some issues up here. If he realized this is life or death, okay, kick elsewhere. But yeah, he was more taunting than anything.
What are you gonna do, bleed on me?
I'm invincible!
You're a loony.
The Black Knight always triumphs! How about you? Come on, then. All right, we'll call it a draw.
Come, Patsy.
Oh, I see. Running away, eh?
So that was a good moment. Be gracious in victory. King Arthur's like, let's call it a draw. He knows this guy's never going to give up, so I'll give you a draw.
Come back here and take what's coming to you!
So I hope you enjoyed this fight scene. This fight scene is ridiculous, but purposefully ridiculous. It's not like the first time when I broke down the Kirk versus Gorn fight. That was unintentionally cringe / just ridiculous, right? This was intentionally ridiculous, but still, it's funny that you can still learn self-defense lessons from this. Arthur, despite making some mistakes, in the end proved why he's king-worthy. He could still give a draw despite winning this badly.
I'll bite your legs off!
Let's do more of these. If you want to support this, you feel free to be a channel member or even join as a patron. Send me movie recommendations, fight scene recommendations for me to break down, guys. Okay, talk to you guys soon.